Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co daily stock market review for the trading day ending Thursday, September 29th. Firstly to the S&P 500, and here we see the sellers returning back into the market following 2 days of some fairly strong upside momentum. The previous candle, the buyers were in control, and we have been testing up very close to the top of the cloud, and we know around the edges of the cloud they tend to offer the strongest areas of support or resistance, and in this case we've seen very strong downside price rejection from there. The sellers have shown some strong commitment by also taking out both the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen to the downside, and also by closing with control. This suggests that there is a good possibility of the market trading down to lower levels. Watching support at 2134, previous area where we saw support coming in at this area within the Ichimoku cloud. Now anywhere through the Ichimoku cloud is likely to hold up a strong support all the way down through to this 2093 level. Just above there, importantly, that round number 2100 could come into play if we do see any strong selling in this market. With this formation of a fairly large black body candle, it does suggest that the sellers have been quite strong in this market between the open and the close. Good solid downside momentum, and it certainly does look as though we could see the market continue to trade off in line with that momentum being fairly negative. Now the other thing to take note of here was that the market was trading within that highlighted yellow zone of previous support and resistance, and the last time that we tested to the top of that zone, which was about a week and a half ago, we saw some strong selling come into the market, and for today once again we were trading into that zone. We've seen strong selling, so that is an area that we do need to continue to monitor. So if we do see the market attempt to rally, the edge of this zone is at 2155, and anywhere through to the top of the zone around 2178, which is just above the top of the Ichimoku cloud, could hold as an area of strong resistance. It has also in the recent past held as an area of support, and after that it has changed character as resistance, and once again for the second time now within the last week and a half. Now just moving to the Dow 30, and strong selling coming into the Dow off the 18351 previous level of support and resistance. The sellers have closed with control, stronger control just slightly than the S&P, where it's a little bit closer to the low and a little further away from the midpoint level. Some good solid commitment from the sellers, and one of the largest black body candles that we've seen for the last couple of weeks. Importantly, however, the Dow is now trading within a zone and at the edge of a zone at the 18103 level. We tested 2 there today, and that area could now hold as support. So just watching this as an area of potential support, a little bit different than we saw with the S&P. Importantly, however, we are trading within the cloud, so a neutral market in the long-term time frame as we saw with the S&P, and also trading down below both the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, and that negative trend in the medium and fast term time frame by trading down below those two indicators is supported by the Chica span being below the corresponding price action. Moving next to the NASDAQ 100, and here we've seen a change of trend in the NASDAQ 100 confirmed. If you recall the previous day's trading, we were looking at the formation of a very small body candle. It suggested that the upside momentum had deteriorated in net terms, and also we were looking for a potential change of trend off the back of something of a hanging man type pattern. Not copybook, the trend was only a couple of days old, but still the sentiment with that being a very small body candle as opposed to the long previous white body of the previous day did suggest that that momentum was no longer in the market, even though we saw the buyers close with control. So confirmation of that change of trend. We have seen a loss of commitment by the sellers, however, around the 4816 previous resistance level and support level. So just monitoring that area very closely as our benchmark moving forward. The market has just closed slightly below the Tenkan-sen, technically a change of character in the short-term time frame to slightly negative, but we have seen the control switch to the sellers, but it hasn't been in a strong way. We have seen the sellers lose commitment as they were testing down to these lower levels. If we do breach down through that support level, however, watching for strong support to come in at the Kijun-sen indicator at 4776. Now we do have a bullish market in the longer term time frame and the medium term time frame in the NASDAQ 100. So very different than we've seen with the S&P and the Dow. And certainly we've seen in recent times that the NASDAQ 100 has been the leader in the equities space. Importantly too, the Chica span remains just above the corresponding price action, so suggesting there still is some positive momentum in this market. I suggest that if we do trade down through this 4816 level, we could actually see the Chica span give a different indication. So very important trading activity for the shorter to medium term timeframes coming up over the next day or two. Next to the Russell 2000, and very strong selling in the Russell 2000 here, probably the strongest of any of the equities markets. This market has closed down at the low and opened at the high, suggesting that the sellers have been in control for the whole day. So we haven't seen that loss of commitment at any of these support levels, and importantly the market taking out 1243 support, and with the Tenkan-sen trading around that area, 1244, with us taking that out in a strong bearish manner, it does suggest a strong bearish tone in the short term time frame. Now we will be looking to strong support to come in at 1233 with the Kijun-sen trading around that area. Importantly, still a bullish market in a longer term time frame, but trading above the cloud. And if the market does trade through 1233, monitoring the top of the cloud around 1230 to act as an area of strong support.